First on our agenda is Senate Bill 41. Senator Dial, you want to speak on the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. It's great to be here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon and to talk about a bill that is very important to the state. What I want to do, I'm just going to briefly talk. I think you've got a public hearing, you've got several people, and I'd like to have the opportunity to close. Let me tell you about this bill. Today we're already a right-to-work state. We have a statute that allows us to be a right-to-work state. I've had a number of conversations with a number of people, especially those people who are looking at possibly locating a business in Alabama. And some of their concerns are, yes, it's a statute, but government can change. Government can change very rapidly. We saw this happen 2 years ago. And so they begin to say, you know, what if your government made an abrupt change and then 2 years from now you had a change in the whole structure of your leadership, you might repeal the right to work. And I said, well, why don't we put it in the Constitution and let the people of this state decide if we want to be a right to work state. Put it in our Constitution, and if someone wants to repeal it, let the people of this state make that determination rather than the legislature. So based on that conversation with a number of business people, prospective business clients that have the possibility and the potential to come to Alabama and create jobs, that was one of their concerns. And in my meeting with those people, I came back with the idea that let's put this in our Constitution, let the people vote. And then if the people don't want it in the Constitution, they can vote it down.
We'll go ahead and do work the public hearing first, and then if we have any questions from the members, we'll entertain those questions. We have just two people signed up to speak. We have Al Hensley. Would you like to speak? We'll try to limit to about, we have another public hearing after this, and we have some members that have to leave, so we can just limit to maybe 5 minutes for this public hearing piece.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, committee members. Right to work law was established in 1953 here in Alabama. As far as I know, there's never been a lawsuit over it. There's never been a violation of the law that I'm aware of. And make no mistake about it, organized labor in Alabama is dead against this legislation, proposed legislation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We call it the right to work for less law. It allows for freeloading. Let me read you this letter how one of our affiliates in another state, in Alabama, of course, we're not allowed to join chambers of commerce as a labor union, but in other states they are. The greeting portion of the letter is the first paragraph, and it starts on to say, our organization would like to remain a part of the local chamber of commerce. We'd like to take full advantage of the benefits that are offered to its membership. These benefits include networking opportunities listed on the chamber website, member-only referrals, advertising in the monthly newsletter, training seminars, roundtable discussions, governmental relations, blah, 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 all the other advantages of joining the chamber. Prior to us renewing our membership dues, we'd like to inquire about the possibility of remaining a member of the Chamber of Commerce without paying our membership dues. In other words, we can remain a member, take full advantage of the chamber benefits, receive a member discount without paying membership dues. Then the letter, the closing paragraph of the letter. Here's a response from the Chamber of Commerce. We received your letter dated August 26 regarding charter membership and your request for the union not to pay dues. It would be against chamber bylaws and policy to consider any organization or business as a member without dues being paid. The vast majority of the chamber's annual revenues come from member dues, and it'd be unfair to the other 850 plus members to allow an organization not paying dues to be included in the membership. That's how the Chamber of Commerce handles issues like right to work. It lowers the standard of living for working folks in this state. Let me give you the statistics on that. The average worker in a right to work state makes $1,540 a year less than workers in non-right to work states. Median household income in states with these laws is $6,437 less than other states. In states with right to work laws, 26.7% of the jobs are low-wage occupations, compared with 19.5% in right to work states. People in states with right to work laws are more likely to be insured, 16.8% compared to 13%. children 10% compared to 7.5%. They're less likely to have job-based health insurance than people in other states, 56.2% compared to 60.1%. With only 50% of the employees of the state with these laws offer insurance coverage to their employees compared with 55% in other states. High poverty, infant mortality rates, investments in education, all these things are much better for citizens of the state in non-right-to-work states than they are right-to-work states. In short, Mr. Chairman, the right to work for less is one cog in the wheel that holds working folks in Alabama down. Strong union density in the state creates a strong economy. To put right to work for less in the Constitution is a horrible idea, and union members all across Alabama are very much opposed to it.
Thanks, Ms. Henley.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Harrison Wizenot.
Very good, thank you. It's the first time it's been pronounced right.
I think we have some in Mobile.
Good. Well, this is new to me. I'm a little nervous. I always get kind of nervous when talking to folks that I respect. I am a pipe fitter. I am a member of the Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union in Birmingham, Alabama. That's Local 91. Right to work in our law, as I understand it, says a company cannot require any employee to belong to a union as a condition of employment. It also says a company cannot use an employee's union membership to deny him or her employment. That's just about it. It sounds simple enough. I have my own reservations about right to work. I too think it's right to work for less. It's another matter, and I won't go into all the details that my esteemed colleague Al Henley did. But it seems to me that we want to over-legislate things because we're afraid that the people of this state might change their mind on right to work. And I just don't see any need in it. I think it's a waste of your time. It's a waste of taxpayers' money to put this up for a constitutional amendment. We've had right to work for so many years. Nobody's challenged it. It's worked. So I just don't see any need in it. I am a member of a trade labor union. We're productive citizens of this state. Unions are changing. I don't think you'd recognize the unions that we have today compared with the unions that your dads had. We're changing the way we do things. We're changing our priorities. Our priorities are now, as far as I'm concerned, with our trade union, construction trade union, is to make sure that the contractor is successful. If they're successful, then we're successful. And all we ask for is a fair share of the profits that we help create and to say so about the conditions under which we help create those profits. That's it. We're active in our community. We're active in training. We spend millions of dollars on training so that our people will be the best. And we offer training for high school kids, for technical colleges. We ask them to come in. I invite any one of you to come to one of our training centers, our Joint Apprentice Training Centers, and see what we do as part of the community. Heck, we belong to the Birmingham Business Alliance. Because we think it's a good thing to be part of the community involved. So we just don't think that it's necessary to put this law into the Constitution of the state of Alabama. I thank you for your time. God bless you.
Now I'd like to see if there's anyone on the committee would like to ask the sponsor any questions concerning the bill.
I would like to ask the sponsor, have any other states put this in their constitution?
Yes.
Got it.
I don't have a total list of that they have.
It has been done. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, this is all about jobs and the opportunity to bring more jobs to this state. We all know how critical jobs are today. This legislature and this Senate directed itself to trying to bring jobs to this state and preserve the jobs we have, and this is what this is about, Mr. Chairman. I'd answer any other questions any committee member has.
Senator Dunn.
Okay, as I've been listening, thank you, Mr. Chairman, to both of these gentlemen, and I know a lot about the right to work. Hey, but my daddy was a union worker, still a union worker. My uncle died in '92 last year, and he was definitely a union worker. People in my family were union worker. And if this, I didn't know there was really a right to work. state, because it's been going so well, I think, and everything has been happening. What makes it so important? Is something gonna come of this that you're afraid is gonna happen, Senator Dial, that you want to make it a part of the Constitution? If not, what is it that this would have to do with making it better? In which I don't think so. I really am totally against this bill. So tell me, because I know it's probably going to pass out of here, but just make me feel a little better. Tell me why.
All right, I think your question is why should we do this? This is to ensure the business that's here today that we continue to be a right to work state. It ensures any new business that has a prospective opportunity to come here and develop jobs that we will continue to be a right to work state unless the people of this state change it. Not a legislative body, but the people of this state. It's all about trying to create jobs and secure the jobs we've got here. Jobs are so important. Jobs are so critical, and it's what we've dedicated this legislature to, and it's what we're trying to do. And we're trying to make sure that those people who come.
Okay. First on our agenda is Senate Bill 41. Senator Dial, you want to speak on this bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. It's great to be here on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon and to talk about a bill that is very important to the state.
Other states that have put it in the Constitution, so those individuals who invest that money know it's a much tougher standard to go back, to do away from a right to work status if you have to go to the Constitution and vote with the people of Alabama. That's, in my opinion, why it is more important to making that huge investment into a state.
I don't understand why we have to have this when we got Mercedes here, we got Honda, we got Honda, we got all these people who are here under present laws that we have. They obviously didn't have a problem with accepting the fact that what our state laws were coming. Now we're going to come in, and I'm just going to be very frank with you. This reminds me of what's happening up in Michigan, and I think it's Minnesota too. We basically trying to bust up the unions. And that's what this is, in my opinion, another effort to bust up the unions. We don't want people to have the right to come together, to assemble for the interests that they have. And that's what we are trying to pass laws here to make sure that doesn't happen. It has not deterred one bit of the investment. We got this place down in Mobile, and everybody else down there. And yet they came in under these same laws. So to me, the argument that somebody ain't gonna come, these folk came. We're the last frontier in the South for the boom. Everybody done boom but us. So we're the last frontier to boom. And I just think that this is an assault on working people who want to assemble, who want to have the union. Nobody's mandatory made to join the union, even now. And I just think this is another assault on them. And I fundamentally disagree with this wholeheartedly. Thank you.
I think what Senator Dial was alluding to is that there's so much competition between states. ThyssenKrupp, it was Alabama and Louisiana. And this might give us the edge that we may need. It may be just that much difference between Alabama and Georgia, Alabama and Tennessee, to get a major employment source. And this may put it over top. Again, we already have right to work laws. This just puts it in the Constitution. Any other questions? Senator Smitherman.
I just want to make a final comment, then I'll be through. I hear what's being said, but that is a terrible price to pay under the hope that we might get somebody. That 4.2 million, 4.6 million people rights are going to be taken away under the hope that we bring somebody. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Now the bill is up.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I move to get the bill and take full
Senator
report.
Smithfield. Second.
Second.
Second. Senator Blackwell. All right. Call the roll.
Okay, Senator Blackwell.
Aye.
Senator Dunn.
No.
Senator Cahey.
No.
Senator Marsh.
Aye.
Senator McGill.
Aye.
Senator Schofield.
Aye.
Senator Smitherman. Senator Ward. Senator Glover.
Aye.